Welcome everyone to my Raw review of April 16, 2012, a live edition of Raw Supershow live in London, England. We start off the night with CM Punk versus Mark Henry in a no DQ match and no countout slash no countout match. A very good match as to start off the show. This match would be repeated for the third week in a row. Yeah, third week in a row after it being ended first by count out the first week, which was 2 weeks ago, and then last week by disqualification. Um, we would have um, CM Punk creating a lot of offense during the beginning of the match. Um, Mark Henry would have a few good moves put into this. Um, what I really liked was the flying bulldog that CM Punk had run across the top of the barricade, and did the flying bulldog or the running bulldog, whatever you want to call it. And then what I noticed in the match was that Mark Henry was waiting for CM Punk to actually dive through the ropes and didn't like try to stumble to get up that way CM Punk could just dive right through. Like he was just waiting there for CM Punk to hit him. So I don't know what that was supposed to do, or what does that mean. But we would have Punk acquiring a steel chair and blasting Henry with a thunderous shot to the midsection. But when the straight edge savior went for another shot, Henry had countered it with a big boot to the gut and smashed him with the chair. As their battle waged on, the champion avoided a world's strongest slam with a kick to the back of the head, then a running knee or the shining wizard. But when Henry battled back and charged at Punk in the corner, he ran headfirst into the steel chair, which was put by Mark Henry himself earlier in the match when Punk ducked out of the way. With the world's strongest man down, Punk leaped to the top rope, doing a tribute once again, as he does every week, to Macho Man Randy Savage's own patented elbow drop on the top rope with the steel chair in hand. The 1-2-3 count, CM Punk wins and retains his WWE Championship. Then we would have Chris Jericho on the Titantron accusing Punk of drinking in a London pub. Um, he would accuse him of drinking earlier at a London pub. Punk denied Jericho's claim and urged Jericho to come to the ring to smell his breath. After calling Punk's straight edge lifestyle a facade, Jericho declared that Punk was going to lose his title at Extreme Rules. Before Punk could respond, Jericho had vanished from the arena's screen. So their match would now be not now, but Jericho would state that he would get a WWE Championship match with CM Punk, and he would name the stipulation called the Chicago Street Brawl. Or the Chicago Street Fight, excuse me. And Punk responded by saying, "Good luck trying to, beat me in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois," and then Jericho would vanish from the screen. Then we would have is David Otunga versus Santino Marella, the two team captains at Wrestlemania, going at it. Santino's championship title was on the line. Basically, Santino wins with the Cobra. Pretty simple. Then we move on is to Brock Lesnar revealing why he's back in WWE, and basically the main reason why Lesnar is back in WWE. And in this interview, it would show multiple clips of Brock Lesnar as him in high school of being a wrestling champion, him in college as an NCAA champion, him in the WWE earlier, like in 2002, 2003, of him winning the WWE Championship 3 times, and him departing from WWE to go into UFC. And basically, his sole interest was to replace John Cena as the face of the company. So we'll see what Lesnar can do come Extreme Rules time. Will the next big thing be John Cena at Extreme Rules? Make sure you guys let me know about that down below. What do you think Lesnar is trying to prove after Cena does possibly get injured after that match at Extreme Rules and Lesnar becomes the face of the company? What do you think will happen at that time? Then we would have is John Laurinaitis announcing a mystery opponent for John Cena, as John Cena would come out saying that he will give a fight to Brock Lesnar. And this match is very important to John Cena, to him to stay necessarily as the face of the company, since John Laurinaitis had technically appointed Brock Lesnar as the face of the company. So John Laurinaitis would announce a mystery opponent for John Cena, which would be later on announced later on to the night for the main event. Then we would have this Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. The LaBelle lock was actually changed now to the Yes lock because of everyone's bandwagoning of Daniel Bryan with the Yes chants and all that stuff. So now it's changed to the Yes lock. And with the Yes lock, it would prove to be good, and it would knock off Kofi Kingston, and then Sheamus would charge in and went for the bro kick, but could not connect with the former champion. Then we would have is Kane versus the Long Island IC Zack Ryder. Necessarily, this feud happened 3 months ago. They were showing clips of Ryder getting chokeslammed off the loading dock. I think they showed him being tombstoned at Royal Rumble. I don't know why they brought back this feud, even though it's not technically a feud because we still have the Randy Orton and Kane feud. If you guys didn't know, Randy Orton was actually injured during that encounter with Kane backstage when his father was down and out near a stairwell. He had suffered, I believe, a back problem and some collarbone problems. So Randy Orton is injured as of right now. So I don't know what they're going to be doing now with Randy Orton, but I guarantee Randy Orton could pull through and still wrestle against Kane at Extreme Rules if they have a match at Extreme Rules. Then we would have is the WWE Tag Team Champions Primo and Epico versus Big Show and the Great Khali. A weird alliance or combined tag team between Big Show and the Great Khali. They work great as a tag team. I liked it. I didn't have a problem with it. I was just saying, it's a kind of a weird combination, but there's two largest athletes in the business right now, teaming up just to try to knock off the WWE Tag Team Champions. Can any team technically make the WWE Tag Team division any better anymore? I mean, it hasn't been good, I don't know, since like 2009, 2008. There hasn't been really a lot of good tag teams out there since that time. I'm not saying that. Air Boom was good. Other tag teams were. What was I say? Big Show and Khali would pull off with the victory. Both going off with the Khali doing the double-handed chokeslam, and then the Big Show doing his regular chokeslam to Primo, and then of course Khali doing the double-handed chokeslam to Epico. Then we would have the main event. John Cena would come out, and then his mystery opponent would be the newly employee or the return of Albert or A-Train, or now known as Lord Tensai. Michael Cole referenced that he had been in WWE before. I'm surprised that I thought he was gonna break the barrier and say his former name was A-Train or Albert, or King Albert, whatever you want to call him. But he didn't. He said that he left the company to go to Japan, and where he learned how to be disciplined and all that stuff. Lord Tensai would be stopped and later on in the middle of the match. Cena had took full control of the match using the steel steps on Lord Tensai. Cena was on a roll going into the end of the match. Cena had pulled off with his almost with a 5-knuckle shuffle, but would be stopped with a knife edge chop to the neck. Cena would take down Lord Tensai, and as Cena was about to finish the match with the STF, prior Lord Tensai had put an armbar on John Cena, and now going back to the STF, David Otunga would come out because since John Lawrence said like no, don't let Cena win, and David Otunga would be attitude adjusted by John Cena. Then we would have is A Train or Lord Tensai, uh, you know, Cena being distracted by the attitude adjustment from David Otunga, would get green moist or green mist, excuse me, to the face by Lord Tensai. Cena would be blinded. The double-handed choke slam or double-handed power slam, whatever you want to call Lord Tensai's finisher, which would end the match. After the match, Cena would say, "I can't see. Give me some water. Give me some water." And that's technically it for Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you guys thought about Monday Night Raw live in London, England. Um, I think it was a pretty good Raw. Did you guys think it was a pretty good Raw? What do you think is going to happen next week between the contract signing between Brock Lesnar and John Cena? And don't forget that next week on Monday Night Raw, it will be 3 hours, so it will start 8 o'clock Eastern Time and 7 o'clock Pacific, or whatever you may be. You guys know it will be 3 hours. So I'm out, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment, what do you think? Brock Lesnar's main reason is to come back to the WWE. Is it actually just to take Cena's role as the face of the company, or is it something bigger? Let me know what you guys think down below again, and I'm out, guys. Peace.